A performance to boast on the south coast, and a striker's injury may cost more than most. The ex-skipper's transfer has turned into a mess, and in FPL we're ahead of the rest. The good, the bad and the ugly at Liverpool FC for EPL and FPL Gameweek number 21. Brought to you by the LFC file. Roll the intro, Darwin. Welcome back, one and all, and welcome to the latest podcast from the LFC file, the good, the bad and the ugly at Liverpool FC, brought to you by yours truly, Ben Green. Thanks very much for stopping by. As always, if you like the content, please like and subscribe and follow the blog, which is on Facebook, Instagram and X. So with all that out of the way, let's get into it with the good. And the good this week is, without any doubt at all, Liverpool's 4-0 win over Bournemouth yesterday at the Vitality Stadium. We've got the official LFC X, I was going to say Twitter there, but X account where they got their headline, a big win on the road, and a big win it was. They're actually not in the worst of form, Bournemouth, so it was a very good result indeed from Jürgen Klopp and the boys. So very good performance, 0-0 at half-time. A pretty tough game, I have to say. Bournemouth stood their ground, but I think Liverpool at the moment, they just have too much quality, to be fair. Great performance by the whole team. Darwin Núñez broke the deadlock with a well-taken goal on around about 49 minutes, I believe. And then Diogo Jota scored 2. The second one was very good because he kind of slipped. And then the Bournemouth supporters were like, and then he got up and scored. And they were like, So that was good. 3-0. And then, of course, Núñez finishing a very nice move, and a one-touch move that wasn't finishing first time into the bottom corner. So great results, some very good performances. Can't complain, everyone done well, and it's nice to see Klopp is making good use of the squad insofar as substitutions. He's kind of forced to at the moment, but we've seen this season, as was probably lacking, I would say, maybe 2-3 seasons ago, he's making a lot of regular substitutions around the 50, 60 minute mark, and they're proving very crucial indeed. So Liverpool are now 5 points ahead on 48, with Man City on 43 with a game in hand. Very good position to be in. It's not the best position to be in to have Man City. Well, actually, I was going to say to have Man City sort of tailing you, if that's the best expression. But it's probably better that than having to chase Man City, because we all know that these guys are just collectively a machine. And that, ladies and gents, brings us swiftly on to the bad. And the pick for the bad this week is, on balance, Mo Salah's injury. I would say there's not much worse than that, to be honest. He pulled up during the 2-2 draw between Egypt and Ghana during the AFCON group match. And it seems as if he has some kind of hamstring strain, from what I can gather. And word is that he'll be back at Liverpool, or he is back at Liverpool probably by now, to undergo treatment. And should Egypt progress to the semi-final, then he'll be expected to join up with his compatriots and fight the good fight, so to speak. I've got the X from the post from the LFC transfer room. Mohamed Salah's hamstring injury will see him miss Egypt's next 2 matches. He'll be fit to play after their round of 16 tie, if they make it, of course. That's if they make it. So, yes, an interesting development. So far, the team are doing well enough without him, but of course, a man of his quality, you want him in the team rather than out. And on that note, we move on to the ugly. The ugly this week I have as Jordan Henderson's transfer from El Ettifaq to Ajax of Amsterdam. Got Talk Sports X account there where they say Jordan Henderson apologises to anyone in the LGBTQ plus community who was offended by his Saudi Arabia move. And following the announcement of the transfer, the 33-year-old has apologised to the LGBTQ community who were quite upset by his transfer in the first place. To be honest, I think he's been a tad unlucky there. A lot of it has been spun very negatively by the press. The way I would look at it is if to say, okay, they have a certain culture, let's say, a certain regime or attitude which they are looking to move away from. Let's bear in mind they want to attract the best footballers in the world and what have you, and to become to reach a certain level on the world stage, let's say. If somebody like Jordan Henderson going there and succeeding is going to result in them changing their attitude towards the LGBTQ community, then I think this can only be a good thing. And I think us in Northwest Europe, or the West in general, should be a little more open-minded. You could say, yes, he went there for the money. From what we know of Henderson, I think he's probably someone who is less motivated by money than most. So I think it's been a little bit unfair. If he wants to apologise, then, well, fair enough. If, as we would like for the Arabian states to join us in our very liberal outlook, then one of the ways to go about that is for them to see or to have people like Henderson amongst them in order to change their attitudes and their minds. But that said, it is what it is. We move on. We've got our latest update of the FC Bumpy Grastard fantasy football team. And as we can see here on game week 21, I've got a total of 53 points from an average of 32, which isn't bad. Probably could have had a better option as captain. Foden hasn't done too well, 4 points. Okay, probably would have been better with Palmer. A few other people selected him and have done very nicely. Thank you very much. That said, Martinez in goal picked up 9 points, which was good. Also Morris and Wood from Bournemouth and Nottingham Forest respectively. So I've got 15 points between those two. So yeah, actually they've been the unsung heroes this week. So can't complain. And on to the leagues, we've got the Dusseldorf Super League. I'm on 1,016 points. Which is 17 away from change name. Still confident I'm gonna hunt him down and overtake him. I've got more points than him this week, and if I can do that each week between now and the end of the season, who knows? Let's see. And for the League of Champions, otherwise known as 2085963, which is a code name, I believe. You can see I'm sitting on top of the pile on 1,012 points. 13 ahead of my nearest challenger, who is the Kitman All-Stars. Yes, very good result. You can see I don't think I've got the highest result of the whole league, but certainly in the top 10. I seem to be ahead by quite a way this week. So yeah, what can I say? As we know, nothing is decided in January. We have to wait until May to see where we are, and I will just continue to do my best in order to stay on top of the pile. And with that, I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. Thanks very much for stopping by. It's always greatly appreciated. Remember, like, subscribe, tell your mates, tell your friends, press the notification bell. And so, of course, you know when the next episode is available. And follow the blog. If you don't like watching videos, you can always read the blog in written form, which is on Facebook, Instagram, and X. So until then, one and all, thanks very much. And until the next time, peace. ULFC file. Very nice way to to continue. Don't know what I want to say. Draw against Ghana during the AFCON game. The AFCON, I think that was.